Hi, I'm Bob Jensen. This is Fishing the Midwest. Thanks for stopping by. Big Stone Lake is right on the border of South Dakota and Minnesota, and I know it's one of your favorite fisheries, Mike. Why is that?
Bob, I love to go to Big Stone for the perch in the winter, but it also has a really good open water walleye bite. Let's start with some early spring open water walleyes on Big Stone Lake. We're at Big Stone, we got options.
Artie Arndt grew up on the shores of Big Stone Lake, and he knows this body of water like the back of his hand.
You know, having fished this body of water for 20, 30 years, I've seen it go through all its cycles, and right now we're in a peak, big time, on just about every species in the lake. The walleye population right now is just unbelievable. Good numbers of 3 to 7 pound fish, lots of unders, good eaters, and recently in the last couple of years our perch population has really exploded out here as well.
Today, Mike and Artie are using medium light spinning rod and reel combinations spooled with braided line. A Cabela's XML rod paired with a Prodigy spinning reel makes a light, sensitive combination perfect for casting small jigs to shallow walleyes. We're fishing the jigs on SX1 braid from Sunline and tying in a supernatural monofilament leader. The braid allows for long casts and sensitivity to feel light bites, while the monofilament gives a bit of shock absorption on the hook set and has low visibility so the fish can't see it. Since 2 lines are allowed per person on Big Stone, they're using a bobber setup as well.
So what we're doing here is Artie knows the spot on the spot, so to speak, on a lot of these areas. We're on a small little rock pile out off the shore, and we're pitching jigs to it, but the other part that we're adding to it is we've got a bobber out and we've got it free spooling, so actually we're allowing the wind to blow the bobber across the structure. So a lot of people think that bobbers just fish vertically, but you can use them to cover some water.
That's a good fish. No, there he is. Good job, Mike.
Thank you, sir. Oh, these are dandy fish in Big Stone, aren't they?
That is a nice fish right there.
Look at that guy.
There's a lot of factors that go into picking a spot on Big Stone. You know, one is water clarity. We want the dirty water, but not too dirty. With the water temps, what these walleyes are doing is they're trapping their bait fish up against the rocks. We were in a little shallower and the water's almost a little too dirty. We moved out a little bit. The water's just the right color. We're fishing off the edge of these rocks. These fish are really aggressive right now. They're hanging just off the edges of these rocks. And this spot puts out a nice little structure with the south wind. With the name Big Stone Lake, it does live up to its name, and yeah, there's a lot of wind-blown points with the rocks that are going to put out fish.
All right, all we're doing with the fireball is opening the minnow's mouth, putting the hook point out the top of the head of the minnow. That short-shanked hook keeps that minnow up tight to the jig head. Lots of times these fish will hit on the color. Keeping the hook point close to the color facilitates positive hook sets, and that's what it's all about. Bob, that light jig, either pitched or fished below a slip bobber, is a great way to catch walleyes. When we come back, we'll be after some more spring walleyes on Big Stone Lake. Woo!
Fishing the Midwest is presented by Mike's Country Meats, the best jerky in the Midwest. Cabela's, it's in your nature. Evinrude, introducing the all-new Evinrude E-Tec G2, the outboard of the future. Available today. Sunline, the strength to guarantee your confidence.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
What inspires the angler to return to the water's edge are not the countless fish that came before, but the one that lies ahead. Smoother and quieter than aluminum, stronger and lighter than any fiberglass boat in its class. That's the power of the VecTech hull. See more online and at your local FX dealer. Larson FX, where others have yet to go.
Introducing a revolutionary concept in outboards. A choice. Now with the Evinrude E-Tec G2, you can choose unrivaled performance, superior fuel economy, and the cleanest combustion outboard on the planet. Choose from hundreds of color combinations to perfectly match your boat. And choose 5 years or 500 hours with no dealer scheduled maintenance. Experience the power of choice at ChooseYourEtec.com.
Fish on! Come on, get together.
Welcome back to Fish in the Midwest. It's early spring. The walleyes are going. Let's go catch some more. We relocated to another rock point and already got bit on a jig and a minnow right out off the tip here. So we slowed up to kind of try to fan cast it. And again, because Big Stone allows multiple lines, we put a bobber out, and the bobber went down just about immediately. That's probably a good sign. We'll see what happens here.
Fish. Walleye.
Is it?
Yep. Look at him coming at clear water.
Oh man, that is a pretty sight. Good job, Artie.
There's nothing better than that thud of the jig. That jig and a minnow is my favorite way to fish. You just work it slow and then it just, boom, vibrates right through the rod. Right off the edge of the rocks. That one will eat well, won't it?
Yeah.
The northern pike are coming back, you know, 5, 10, 12 pounds. We're seeing the largemouth bass population picking up out here. Big Stone's kind of known on the largemouth. They get big. There's nice largemouth bass out here as well. Bite, fish, good fish. Real good fish.
Big fish.
Not bad.
Clear the bobber.
Clear the bobber.
Clear the bobber. We can clear the bobber.
That one was a little deeper off the rocks, Mike. Kind of moved out to a new spot back there, and
got dirty water in here too. That's helping, don't you think?
yeah, we got some carp rolling up in there that's helping with this clear water. On Big Stone, one thing we always do is we chase carp.
I've heard that about you.
People say, why do you chase carp? Because they dirty the water, and the walleyes like the dirty water.
Ooh, this might be a good one, huh? Oh, there he is down
It's
there.
not a bad fish.
He does not like the boat.
No, that's one thing with clear water. They kind of know what's next.
Ooh. Ooh, look at him.
That's a good fish.
He's chunk.
He's a good fish. He fell for the Northland Fireball minnow trick. There's a lot of fish that fall for that, that trick out here.
Artie, you know, you talked about that jig and a minnow. That's the other thing about Big Stone. There's some opportunities to fish a little earlier than we inland Minnesotans are used to, correct?
Yeah, you know, border water opens 3 weeks earlier than inland water does, and that gives us an awesome head start on that male bite shallow. And this is exactly how we fish them, is the Northland Fireball jig and a minnow right up into shallow water as they're spawning, and then we get a fast bite. You get lots of fish fishing like that.
That's a good one.
This shallow bite that we're on right now, there's a bed of rocks that comes out here, very, very shallow, 1 to 3 foot solid boulders. And what we're doing is we're in a midday bite, and these fish are laying just off the rocks. So we're not getting them up on top of the rocks so much, but we're sitting out in about 6, 7 foot just off of the rocks, and that's where they're laying right now. Fish.
Fish?
Good one.
Man, you are on them.
Good one.
All right. You know, you catch another one, I'm sliding back here. You kicked me out of here, right?
Yeah, I did. I knew where I wanted to be.
This is one of those local hot spot, keep it to yourself kind of deals, isn't it?
Sometimes it gets that way, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. Look at that guy. Yes.
That looks like a...
that's a nice fish there, boy.
That's an awful lot like the last one we just got.
This one's bigger.
Look at that nice color on there. Nice, pretty gold. "23.5 inches. I'm warning you, Mike, I'm in a groove.
I know you are. I'm not liking this that much.
All sizes and colors.
That's another chunk. You know, if anything, this tells you that you need to stay on the move. I mean, this is what, our fourth spot today? Yep. Fourth spot. And like 4 in a row. There you go, do something with your fish. Arthur, he does as he pleases. Bob, those big stone walleyes were fun, but there's other fish in big stone too.
I know, the walleyes are fun, so are perch, especially through the ice. You know, when we come back, we'll be catching perch through the ice on Big Stone Lake. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is made possible by Larson Boats, Larson FX, where others have yet to go. Ray Marine, don't just go fishing, go hunting underwater. Northland Fishing Tackle, made by fishermen for fishermen. Ice Castle, you can camp in an ice castle, but you can't fish in a camper. Beautiful Cabotogama Lake, gateway to Voyageurs National Park.
Don't just go fishing, go hunting underwater. With Ray Marine's superior high-fidelity chirp sonar vision, you'll never look at fishing the same again. You're already the predator above the water. Now go find your prey below it. Ray Marine. Visit raymarine.com to get in on the action.
We stress quality, we stress affordability.
When people walk in, they say they look like a cabin on wheels.
Made in the Midwest, for people in the Midwest.
There's nothing like a great day on the water, and there's nothing like a great snack in the boat. Family owned and operated in the Midwest since 1984, Mike's Country Meats makes a sliced, full muscle jerky with no fats or fillers. Beef jerky is portable with no refrigeration needed and is at home in the tackle box, backpack, or tailgate party. Visit their website at mikescountrymeats.com for online ordering of jerky, snack sticks, and sausage. Lake Cabotogama in Voyageurs National Park is your year-round destination for experiencing nature at its finest. Enjoy the solitude of the pristine wilderness while having all the comforts of home available at the many full-service resorts. The fishing is world-class. So are all the other outdoor activities that are abundant in all the seasons. Cab is the perfect place for your family or group of friends, and Cab is an easy drive from anywhere in the Midwest. Cabotogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Discover Cab now. I started using Salmo Hornets more and more a few years ago, and in those few years, I'm catching more and more fish. There's just something about a hornet that makes a walleye or a bass or a panfish or whatever want to eat it. Hornets have a lifetime guarantee, and they're hand-tuned so they run perfect right out of the box. Cabela's has an outstanding selection of Hornets in the best sizes and colors, and the folks at Cabela's can tell you which ones are the hottest. Salmo didn't invent the crankbait, they just perfected it. Insist on Salmo at Cabela's. It's ice fishing season and the perch are biting on Big Stone Lake. Let's get out there. It's mid-January and we're back on Big Stone. Seeing the good fishing Mike and Artie had on open water and having experienced good winter perch action on Big Stone in the past, I decided to join the guys this time. We quickly got the ice castle lowered on the ice, the holes drilled, and the fishing started. It wasn't long before we had a fish.
I got one sniffing out over here. That one will clean up nice. Look at the beautiful colors in that thing.
Big Stone is a multi-species fishing mecca, especially during the open water months. When it comes to ice fishing, however, the perch is king.
The perch bite has been very good for us the last couple of years, and wintertime we've had people travel a long ways to come out here and get in on our perch action. Had 3-4 years in a row here of a good perch hatch, and the numbers are up, and the numbers are up again this year. And you know, the perch is it's a fun fish to fish. The families like it, kids like it, and the fast action is hard to beat.
Perch have been 12 months a year now. If you can get on the lake, you can catch perch, which is just unheard of. And nice perch, you know, you're catching, you know, you can catch 10 inchers, you know, 9.5, 10, 11 inchers pretty much every day if you get out there and they're biting.
Greg Peterson is with the Big Stone Lake Area Chamber of Commerce. He says this isn't just a good place to catch fish. The Big Stone area is a great place to live, work, and play.
We've become a destination for people that lived here in the past coming back, or people that are looking on a map and Googling, it's like, where should I go? You know, and they're coming out here because it's a great fishery. The way of life, it's friendly, it's slow paced, it's just a nice place to settle down. And, you know, I think it's a gem that sits out here in the bump of Minnesota. We've got a beautiful lake, which is getting better every year, tremendous fishing, resorts around the area.
Oh, he's still there. Here he comes.
Is that a typical perch?
That's not bad. You know, that's a 9 or 10 incher. We got, I would say our average size perch out here in that 9 to 12 inch range. You know, when you get in a good bite, it's not too tough to keep a limit of perch over 10 inches out here.
Why? Every time I come to Big Stone, you never let me catch a big one.
I can set the hook and hand you my rod next time.
Would you please?
When you're jigging through the ice, the use of a quality rod and reel is critical to detecting a bite and catching a fish. Let's head to Cabela's to learn more about a good ice rod and reel combination. Dan, I have used the Fish Eagle 50 rod from Cabela's for open water fishing. What's this?
This is the Fish Eagle 50 ice rod, designed to take advantage of that same quality that you experience in the open water and bring it into the ice fishing crowd.
And it comes as a combo.
It does come as a combo, which brings good value as well as high-end features.
Tell me about this reel.
The reel is outstanding. It has 4-ball bearings. It has the machined aluminum handle, soft touch handle on the top, and it gives you that quality feel when you actually reel in fish.
Yeah, now the machined handle, no slop in there.
Yeah, it takes a lot of the play out, and again, when you're reeling, it makes it feel like it's directly connected to that fish.
What's the program with the butt of the rod there?
The butt has a carbon fiber weave on it. It gives you extra sensitivity, as well as it helps balance out that rod so that it feels right in your hand when you're jigging.
Yeah, it does. And why is that painted on the tip of the rod?
Well, this is a quick tip version, and this quick tip is designed to act like a spring bobber so that when you're out, you can detect the lightest strike, but it also has enough backbone in the back so that you can control a fish.
How many actions?
This has 6 actions, ranging from light all the way up to medium, lengths 25 to 36 inches.
Why different lengths in the same action?
Depending on where you're using it. Sometimes it's your site, you're sitting inside a house, sometimes you're outside, sometimes you want a little more rod.
Boy, you know, sensitivity, all the right actions, great value. This combo has it all.
It does. It's the Fish Eagle 50 Ice Combo, available exclusively at Cabela's.
Good stuff. Now back to the fishing.
perch action is fun. Stay tuned. We'll be back on the ice for more.
Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Impulse. Excite the bite with scent, color, and action. Dakota Grills. Unleash your inner chef. Offshore Tackle, the leader in trolling technology. Salmo. Insist on Salmo. Rig Wrap, the world's best fishing rig storage solution.
No matter how hard you try, keeping your rigs tangle-free is, well, challenging. Well, not anymore with Rig Wrap. Staying tangle-free has never been easier. Just wrap, close, rinse, and store. Simple, right?
Wow.
No matter the rig, Rig Wrap has a storage solution to keep you tangle-free. From conveniently small to offshore extra large, you'll never worry about tangled rigs ever again. Rig Wrap, the world's best fishing rig storage solution.
I enjoy making good food, but I would rather fish than cook, even when it's 10 below zero. That's why my family and I invented the Dakota Grill. We let the grill do all the work. I just set the temperature and my grill does the rest. Whether I smoke, grill, barbecue, or bake, your meats will always be juicy, flavorful, and healthy. Visit dakotagrills.com for recipes, cooking videos, and more, and unleash your inner chef.
School of Fish is a unique kids 3-hour fishing class where kids learn about lakes, the fish that live in them, and some great ways to catch them. In addition, School of Fish graduates leave class water-ready anglers with rods, reels, tackle, and more. Community education departments, fishing clubs, and civic organizations are just some of the groups that have hosted. Join the School of Fish movement today and host a class in your community for the coming year.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
The sun is out and the big stone perch are hungry. One thing that Artie says gets the perch active is the presence of sun, and that certainly is the case today as the sun is bright and these perch are eating. Today we're using tungsten jigs tipped with spikes. Here's some thought on tungsten advantages.
Because it's denser than lead, I like to say it's heavier than lead, the jig per weight size is smaller in profile. Panfish having small mouths, you know, they eat small things, small baits, especially in the winter, can be really more productive, and so tungsten allows us to fish a heavy jig in a small profile. The other thing that I really like about it is when a school of panfish come through, maybe it's perch like we're fishing today, or bluegills or crappies, lots of times those panfish come through 3 or 4 at a time, and you can catch multiples if you can get the bait back down through. And one of the things I like to do is unhook the fish quickly, get the bait right back in the water and get it down, because tungsten is denser than lead, it sinks faster, it gets down to an active school of fish quicker. You got a better chance of catching more of those fish.
Those tungsten baits are fish catchers. Northland Tackle makes a nice selection of tungsten baits. We're set up in about 13 feet of water. We started using Vexilar Flashers this year and are really impressed as they do a great job showing us bottom, our baits, and any perch in the area. The FL18 flasher that Mike is using is a great unit with a target ID of less than a ½ inch, so we can spot perch right in the bottom. Sonar is critical to winter fishing because knowing where your bait is in relationship to the fish is very important. We like to fish just above the level of the fish as they are more likely to move up to hit a bait than to come down. Another advantage of using sonar is that we can see how the fish respond to our jigging methods and make adjustments as needed. these electronics, you could just, I mean, when they come racing up to that jig, you can tell they're going to be caught. I mean, I missed him, and I just slowly dropped him back down. All this fish catching is making us hungry. When fishing from an ice castle, you're never far away from food, as the stove is right there. The ice castle we're fishing from today allows for all the comforts of home. In addition to a kitchen, it's plenty roomy for 3 guys to fish comfortably from. It's warm. It even has a live well to keep our catch lively.
Ugh. Artie, can you hold this fish for me? I'm gonna catch this other one here. Just about everyone will come up and eat it.
Oh my goodness. They are aggressive. They're shooting up 4 or 5 feet off the bottom right now, just trying to hit that jig. There it comes. This boy is ready for, this was lunchtime.
Oh, look at that one.
Mike, he came about 5 feet off the bottom straight up as I was letting my line back down to come up and hit that. Yes. Very aggressive today.
Just came way up to get
the
it.
big ones too.
Look at that. Look how fat he is. As you can see, Big Stone Lake on the Minnesota South Dakota border is a top fishing destination in both summer and winter. And there's still time to get in on the good perch fishing this winter. When planning your next fishing trip, be sure to keep Big Stone Lake in mind. Give the folks at Big Stone a call, visit their website, or follow them on Facebook.
Bob, I really love catching those winter perch.
It is fun. And a Big Stone Lake is such a good year-round lake. I mean, open water ice fishing, it's just an outstanding fishery. Hey, for all of us at Fishing the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. Be nice to one another. We'll see you again next time.